I don't think there's any doubt that the best street food in the world can be found in Asia. From perfectly steamed dumplings in Taiwan, to pad thai from a roadside stall in Bangkok, to bowls of spicy curry in India, fried chicken in Korea, or a plate full of squirming seafood in Japan, Asia is a food lover's dream. Here I'm going to rank my favourite foodie cities in Asia, solely based on how good their street food is. Hungry yet? You're about to be.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.
Number 1. I have to start with Singapore. The nation might be small, but man do they know how to pull out all the stops when it comes to food. Skyscrapers and pretty buildings aside, the real reason to travel to Singapore is for the food. With a unique mix of Malay, Indian and Chinese influences, Singapore's hawker markets will always keep you coming back for more. Treat yourself to Michelin Star chicken rice from Hawker Chan, crispy fried dumplings in Chinatown, and test your spice tolerance with a steaming hot bowl of tom yum soup. Next up is Taiwan, a foodie heaven I keep returning to. Taipei is the night market capital of Asia, with no city in this part of the world coming close to the level of choice on offer at Taipei's sprawling citywide night markets. Essentially, the best thing to do is allow yourself to get lost and simply eat everything you see. There's amazing seafood and meat dishes, mouth-watering dumplings, flame-grilled beef, pork wraps, stinky tofu, novelty fries, oven-baked pies, and enough smells and tastes to totally overwhelm you. Number 3. You can't talk about street food and not mention India. India is the king of street food, and watching them make dishes here is all part of the fun. The skill and speed at which they make mind-boggling pots of dal or curry, or how fast they bake the bread in these huge kilns, is mesmerizing. Street food in India is incredibly cheap, which means signing up to food tours here, where they take you to 4 or 5 different street food stalls, is the best thing you can do to get a taste for local cuisine. Wash your hands, put on a brave face, and eat as the locals do. Many people think Sri Lankan food is just like Indian, but they couldn't be more wrong. The two cuisines are totally different, and both deserve a place on this list. Obviously, Sri Lanka has a special place in my heart, having travelled there 5 times, but I genuinely believe it has some of the tastiest food in Asia. From a super cheap dish of kotu from a roadside stall, to a mismatch of traditional curries at a local restaurant, to breakfast hoppers with the filling of your choice, Sri Lankan food is diverse, adaptable, and full of local spices. Thai food is probably some of the best in the world, and thus Thailand absolutely had to be on this list. When it comes to quality and value for money, you probably can't beat Thai street food. There are some colourful night markets on almost all the islands, but places like the Ratchada train night market in Bangkok is the best place to start your Thai food journey. Here you will find hundreds of food stalls selling everything from buckets of seafood poured straight onto your table to plates of pad thai, watermelon slushies, beef salad, lemongrass chicken sticks, and everything else your heart desires. With plates starting from as little as $1, you won't break the bank on an epic food journey in Thailand. Number 6. While certainly a little more pricey than the rest, Japanese street food is some of the most unique and delicious in the world, and it would be a crime to talk about street food destinations and not mention this Eastern gem. With a firm focus on seafood dishes, be it perfectly rolled sushi, fried octopus balls, or these peculiar seafood pancakes that seem to flutter in the heat, Japan is a seafood lover's dream. Foodie cities such as Osaka, known as Japan's Kitchen, with their neon signs, bright lights, and concentrated street food districts, are an unforgettable sight and an experience you'll never forget. Finally on my list is Indonesia. While I love Indonesian food, I don't feel they have a focus on street food the way other Asian countries do, with most people going to small family-run warungs rather than street food stalls or markets. I especially noticed this in Bali, which is obviously more touristy and full of hip cafes, and the street food culture just doesn't really seem to exist. That said, local Indonesian food is some of the tastiest in the world, and be it during a cooking course, at a homestay, or at a local market stall, your taste buds will reach next levels of euphoria after tasting dishes such as chicken satay, pork satay, beef rendang, any type of spicy sambal, babi guling, gado-gado, or anything with tempeh. So that's my list of top 7 street food destinations in Asia complete. What do you think? Would you recommend a different country? Or do you agree with this tasty list? Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos.